Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. So, this video we're going to be going over, this is going to be kind of another beginner Warlock guide, but we're going to be going over kind of a specific build here. I call it the Hellwalk build. Let's just get straight into it. Alright, so now that we're in the dungeon, we're going to go over exactly what this build is. So, it's called the Hellwalk build because you're going to be combining the spells Hellfire and Flame Walk. So the mandatory spells and skills you need for this build is Hellfire, Flame Walk, and of course Phantomize. Because Phantomize typically goes hand in hand with Flame Walk, otherwise you can't really be as aggressive. But we're going to go over the two spells real quick. So Hellfire, cast Eternal Hellfire, blast it towards the target, deals 60 magical damage per second to any target within the area of effect. So this spell is incredibly strong. A lot of people don't really use it for PvP because of how slow it is. We'll show you here. It charges up really slow, and when you shoot it, it's really slow as well. So, you know, it's easy to dodge if someone were to shoot it at you. But Hellfire has a lot of really good uses. It's primarily the main thing you use in bossing on Warlock, because it's really strong. Also, you could use it to destroy doors. Let's show you the door over here. If you charge up the Hellfire, and say you aim at the top corner of the door, it breaks instantly, and you don't get dealt the damage because you're aiming it up. If you were to aim it forward, like this, to try and break the door, see how I'm taking damage from it? You can really hurt yourself on the Hellfire. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So now we'll go on to Flame Walk. So Flame Walk is, you gain the ability to leave a trail of Hellfire for 6 seconds. Each step leaves a trail, lasts for 4 seconds. Targets enter the flame area, blah, 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 will burn 5 magical damage per 0.2 seconds, right? So that's roughly 25 damage a second. And this is what it looks like. You cast it, and there's a trail of fire behind. Also, you can put your book away, and it'll still be trailing behind you, which actually comes in clutch. So, the reason why you want to run Flame Walk with Phantomize is because when you run Phantomize, you can walk through players and enemies in PvE. So, essentially, this build is, you know, you use Flame Walk, you put your book away for maximum movement speed, you cast Phantomize, and you're moving really quickly. 110, which is max move speed with hands out. And that's why this build is really good, because you can really discombobulate a team if you do this correctly. And it's important to put your book away right after you cast Flame Walk, because if you don't and you have your book in your hand, you cast Flame Walk and you can't put your book away in Flame Walk, and you'll have this minus 10 move speed with spellbook out. So you want to cast it, put book away, and then start sprinting to your enemy and going through it. It's also really important to time out your Phantomize. It only lasts 6 seconds. So when you get to about 4 or 5 seconds, that's when you want to peel away from whoever you're chasing. Whether you're like on them, inside of them, you know, burning them with Flame Walk, or, you know, running up to them, you know, it's up to your discretion. But you want to peel off for about 4 or 5 seconds so they can't get a hit out. Because a lot of the good players, they'll time it out. They'll know exactly when you hit it, and they'll count 1, 2 till they hit 6, and they can time it perfectly and swing and get a hit off right as you come out of Phantomize, and that can definitely get you killed. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, this build is really self-explanatory too, but I don't see a lot of people using Hellfire indoors, which kind of blows my mind. Because Hellfire, you can really, you know, sometimes you'll get caught in a situation where you're pinched on a door, you got mobs near you. You can pop a Hellfire and just bust the door down real quick and just run through and keep going if you do it quick enough. You know, if your casting speed's really good, you can make some crazy plays. But yeah, essentially that's the build. Nothing too crazy. We'll go into the perks, skills, gear you should probably be wearing, and we'll also go into some PvP a little later in this video. Alright, so now we're going to go over the perks that you should be running. The perks are pretty self-explanatory. There's not really much variety that you can run with this build. Obviously, you need to run Torture Mastery with this build because you're not going to have time to use Hydro Life Drain while you're moving around and stuff. So you need Torture Mastery. If you don't know what Torture Mastery does, I dropped a video a couple days ago. Go ahead and check it out. So with Torture Mastery, you're going to want to bring Vampirism, because Vampirism is going to boost your Torture Mastery. You're going to heal more. Surprisingly, with this build, we're actually going to bring Curse Mastery. The reason for this is because Curse Mastery, obviously, it doesn't continue like the damage. Like the damage doesn't increase with the 30% duration of Curse Mastery, but your heals increase because the longer the curses last, the more you get healed. But damage-wise, it just stretches out the damage, so this doesn't help the damage at all. But when you're in Phantomize, you're going to want to be healing, because you're going to be casting spells, Hellfire, curses. And so if you get a couple curses off, and you have Phantomize, you can heal while you're in Phantomize. So the longer that these curses last, the more grace period you have in between casting curses on enemies, even if you miss. You know, because you're going to be casting so many spells, you know, at some point, if you miss too many curses, you're going to be really low in health and you can't really do much. You can't cast any spells. So this is actually going to be pretty good. And then the last perk I think would run here, I would definitely just go with Malice, man, for damage. Malice is probably one of my favorite perks to run in general. That 10% will really adds up when you start to put on a lot of will gear, because it's 10%. So I think when you get above 30 will, 30-ish, maybe 35 will, this will give you like an extra 4 will bonus, which is pretty insane. Yeah, but these are pretty much the 4 perks that I would run. Nothing too complicated. Yeah, Vampirism. You must run Vampirism and Torture Master. You need the extra magical heal. As far as skills go, of course, you're going to run Spell Memory, Phantomize, and the reason why you run Phantomize, of course, is because you're going to be using Flame Walk. And Phantomize is, comes crazy. Actually, you know what? I just realized, instead of Will, it might be best to run Anti-Magic. You can switch between those two if you want. The reason why you'd want to run Anti-Magic, because obviously it gives 25% magical damage reduction. When you're in Phantomize, you lose 50% magical damage reduction. So if you run Anti-Magic, you kind of cut out half of that loss that you get while in Phantomize. Which, when you're in Phantomize, you can actually get clapped by a wizard with Fireball, a cleric with Holy Light, or Holy Strike. You know, or, you know, there's other spells that deal damage. I believe Lightning Strike also can damage you. So you got to be careful with that, because it hurts even harder because of the 50% magical damage reduction that you have. So you can either run Anti-Magic or you can run Will. You know, whichever you guys decide. It's up to you. But yeah, Phantomize comes in clutch with Flame Walker. You can literally just bully people, Flame Walking into them, and it discombobulates them. That's the best part about this build. It just messes with them because you're all over them with fire, so they don't know where to walk. And then once you come out of Phantomize, typically they'll be running away. If you deal enough damage, they'll be running away, and that's when you can just curse them in the back and finish it up. Alright, so next up we're going to be going over the equipment that you're going to be running here. So, first we'll go over the weapons. I prefer Chris Dagger, Spellbook, once again for this build. Typically all the caster builds that you need movement speed, and that you're going to be really squishy, I highly recommend Chris Dagger. I mean, the DPS is high, the movement speed penalty is really low. It's just the best. You can turn on people really fast, it's just the best. Spellbook, you're definitely going to want to run Spellbook. You're going to have a hard time with the staff because you're going to be a lot slower. The magical staff's -20, the spellbook's -10. So it's literally, you know, you get twice more movement speed, or twice more movement speed penalties on the magical staff as opposed to the spellbook. So these are the weapons I would typically run for this build. Okay, so as far as the equipment goes, first I'm going to go over the Squire kit, and then I'm going to go over a kit, say, of blues and perps. You know, if you actually have money to spend money on a kit. So for the Squire kit, it's going to be pretty simple. You're going to want a Cultist Boots for the Knowledge and Will, because you got to have your stats be at a certain level for this to be viable, especially with just Squire gear. A Cultist Boots for sure. You're going to want to run Rawhides for sure, because you want your Knowledge a decent amount, because Hellfire's casting time is really slow, and same with Flame Walk. So you want to get as much as you can with Squire kit. As far as the hat goes, it's up to you. You could either run a Cultist for more magical healing with your curses, or you can run Shadow Mask if you want to move faster. So that's pretty much up to you guys. I typically run Shadow Mask because I can deal with not having as much heals. As far as the chest and pants go, I highly recommend running Adventure Tunic for that extra health, and the move speed penalty is only -3. So because I like being as quick as I can, because the more movement speed you have, the more you can kite people. And you know, with all the curses you have, if you play off PvE, you can curse PvE players and you can just maneuver around. So, in my opinion, movement speed's the best. So, with that being said, obviously I would throw on some light trousers as well, because this would give you agility, and the move speed penalty is only -2. But I believe the Rawhides and the Cultist Boots are important for the knowledge, because you want to have, you know, you got to have more than 15 knowledge starting. Like this, I think this will give you 19 knowledge starting on a Squire kit, which is decent. It's a decent amount. So this is typically what I would run on a Squire kit. But if you're not running a Squire kit, I would highly recommend running Lightfoot Boots with good rolls, right? So Lightfoot Boots, look for 2 knowledge and additional move speed on that. Leather leggings Look for 2 knowledge on leather leggings and magical damage bonus. If you're running gloves, I would highly recommend rawhides, of course. Purple rawhides, you could run spellcasting speed and, you know, pretty much whatever you want. After that, you just need the knowledge for the gloves. Spellcasting speed's really good, though, and will if you can. But those might be expensive, will on rawhides. As far as the chest goes, if you have enough movement speed from your Lightfoots, I almost would recommend running Mystic Vestments for the will, because the will give you a lot of damage from your Flame Walk. Because if you have a really good will and your magical power is really high, you can do a lot of damage. And the quicker that you can kill them, the better. You want to be quick, and you want to be able to just melt people. So yeah, I would definitely run that. Double will, you'll be doing a lot of damage. As far as the hat goes, you know, once again, I would probably run. So with this kit, an actual kit that you're purchasing, not a Squire kit, you would want to run rings with magical healing on it, because you're going to be running Torture Mastery. So you'd want to run rings with 2 magical healing each. That would be 4. And then you would probably want to run the Cultist Hood, because that'll give you, I believe if you have a purple, that'll give you 5. So 5 plus 2 plus 2, that's 9. You'll have 9 magical healing, which is a solid base. Yeah, that's pretty much what I would run. Then you could just throw on a cloak, probably like a Splendid Cloak if you want, for a little bit more damage. Because I think this would be enough knowledge if you get knowledge rolls on your boots, on your rawhides, and some knowledge on your leather leggings, you would have enough knowledge. But that's pretty much it, man. This guide is kind of like, there's a lot of openness with the build that you want to run as far as equipment goes. So it's kind of up to you how you want to do this. You're going to have to play with it around a lot too, because it depends on how aggressive you want to be. Because, you know, that depends on how much movement speed you want. But, you know, with more movement speed, with more aggression, you are more squishy, so you're going to be dealt more damage. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions about this build, you can leave a comment down below. I'll respond to you as quick as I can. We have a Discord, so check the link in the description. We have, like, a really cool community. If you need help with anything, if you have any questions, if you just need people to play with that you can trust, you know, we got a bunch of people in there. Everyone's awesome. And I think this weekend we're planning on doing a Frost Wyvern run with a bunch of people, so stay tuned. Also, we run weekly tournaments on Sundays, which we will be doing a duos kill race this Sunday. If you'd like to join, hop in the Discord, DM me, you and your partner's name and class, and we'll get you in there. Hope you guys like the rest of the video. We're just going to drop some PvP here at the end so you can kind of see exactly how you're supposed to move here with the Hell Walker build. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like the video. Dude, rest in peace to your friend, dude. Hopefully he didn't die. Sorry about this, bro. I was really gonna give you my troll's blood, but your homie attacked me. Sorry I had to do this, guys. I really am. Oh, that's 2? Damn, it's just you? I really did want to do this, but, you know? Dude, I really did, bro. Alright, relax. But Listen. Put your weapon away and I'll let you live, alright? I've killed enough fucking people in this goddamn lobby. Just keep it away, alright? Alright, I'm gonna give you something. But let this be a warning to you.
I will give you a little kiss.
Here, no, come here. We have to be quick. Come here. Follow me. Come on.
Yeah. I love this game.
We got 10 seconds. Right here in the middle. Alright, take this. This is for you, my friend. For being a good sport. Sell that on the market.